Well, here we go.
Ooh.
Episode 1, Season 2.
Hurrah.
As Alex said, the difficult second album.
Yeah.
We're up in, what was this room?
This is the Braemar meeting room.
It's lovely. So it's upstairs in the Cobb and Curve. It's a chilly Wednesday, 11th of September. To quote what I heard on Cobham High Street, the gritters will be out tonight. A wee bit chilly. Pete, how are you? Good summer?
Yeah, pretty good. I've got a new hip in the left-hand side.
Really?
Yeah, fantastic. Can actually reach down and tie my shoelaces up now, so it's a real bonus. Yeah.
So hold on, I spy a set of size 8 boots over there. What's that about?
Yeah. So I bought these 18 months ago. Ridiculous attempt to start playing touch rugby, which is probably what finished the old hip off, actually. So I've now given those to Sneedy. So if anyone turns up, haven't got any boots, there's a pair of size 8s. Hardly worn.
Got it. Duncan,
Hello.
how are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Good summer?
Yeah, like Pete, I can also bend down and tie my shoelaces now too.
You've lost an unbelievable amount of weight.
Have you? How much have you lost, Mark?
About 20 kgs.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, 20 kgs.
Ah, 4 marks, mate. Well done. Yeah.
And played front row on Friday.
Yeah, that you need the heft. I learned this. I got folded and my back was. I started at tight head and I'm like under 100 kgs now and the physio came on and she put her hand on my back and she's like, your back is spasming. And I could feel it. I could feel it going. It was like pulsating and she said to me in a roundabout way, man up. But she said, if you carry on playing, it'll be okay. But if you come off, it's probably gonna seize up a little bit. And I was like, okay.
I think Sneedy must have slipped her a few quid to say that. Sure.
So a couple scrums later, I then had to tap Cobby on the shoulder and just say, look, let me go loose, you go tight, and then I was okay. It was fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're conspicuous in the absence of.
What about you, Mick? Your summer, what happened to you?
I had a great summer. Just running about out to Hebrides for a week. Thoroughly recommended.
Wow.
Go as far away as you can. No phone reception. No nothing. Wonderful. So we're down a usual member because we're going to change things up.
Luke Gallagher.
Luke Gallagher
Yeah.
has gone to one of those made-up named rugby clubs. What was it called?
Old Elanians.
Old Elanians. It was Alan's club.
But he played there before, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's affiliated with.
I think his brother plays there as well.
So it is, right.
But it's Dulwich School Old Boys.
Okay.
That's who they are.
Got it. Well, we're going to... Blissy, we miss you. We're going to continue on in the pod, but we're going to roll in some new guests every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because we did some feedback and people wanted a bit more from around the bazaar. So this is going to be the one place to come for everything Cobham rugby. All right?
Okay.
So do you want to jump into our first mystery guest? Because what we've... just to set the scene, we're in the Braemar Club, in the Braemar room. We've got some guests that are behind us in a closed door, and someone somewhere is going to let the first guest in. Are you ready?
Take door number 3, please.
Taking door number 3. Roger that. Okay, so I'm going to press a button on Mark's magic machine and step in mystery guest number 1. Yes. Yoshi, hello.
Yoshi.
Hey. Hello.
Yoshi,
welcome.
For those who don't know you, we've got about 300 listeners every couple of weeks.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, who are you and how long have you been at Cobham Rugby Club for?
Yeah. My name is Yoshi. I'm Japanese. I joined the club from 2006 and 7 years played. Then I went back to Japan, 3.5 years. Then I came back again here. Then 8 years now has been passed after that. Then now I'm going back to Japan once again on the 25th of September. So this is the last play.
Sounds like Cobham Vets tour to Japan.
Yeah. Sounds like
that's a great idea.
Cobham Vets tour. So
enjoy very cheap Japanese yen now.
Yoshi, what position do you play?
I played for center back or wing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my position. Yeah.
Right.
And so Yoshi, you can always find Yoshi on the pitch on a cold, wet Wednesday night playing touch.
Yeah.
So Yoshi, when you came back to the UK the second time, did you just come back for the rugby, or was it?
Yeah, I tried to be in a Harlequins club, but I was rejected. I came here for them.
Luckily the club's full of Harlequin rejects. So and so you're heading back to Tokyo.
Yeah,
right.
Unfortunately, yes.
What are you going to miss the most about?
Yeah, of course, this club and Wednesday night was everything for me. Yeah, every stresses I could release here. Yeah, I could enjoy the hardships and touch gonna be hold. Then gonna be push.
Sorry, Yoshi. Sorry.
I learned a lot of language here. Yeah. So I really miss this opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
And what kind of your best memories that you're going to take away from the club?
Yeah. The best memories anyway. I really thanks to Kira Nota.
Yeah.
Yeah. He really guided me kindly, and he always accepted me. Yeah, and my English is not so great, but he said always, Yoshi, how are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, that's really a special thanks to the Kiran always. And whenever I come here, I always remind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your kids play at the club?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
My son play for Isha Football Club.
Amazing. Well, listen, Yoshi, I know we're all having a few beers tonight. We'll be down as soon as we've done this, just to say thanks very much for coming along and adding to the club. Loved playing with you, playing against you.
Thank you.
And have a great time.
You'll definitely be missed, Yoshi. We really did enjoy playing with you.
Thank you very much.
On a Wednesday.
Yes, I'm in Japan, so anytime you come to Japan, please let me know.
We shall.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, all.
Cheers, Yoshi. Thank you.
Thanks, Yoshi.
Thank you.
All right. That's guest one done.
Who? Who's next? Which door?
We don't know.
You can pick. You pick this time, Pete.
Can I?
Yeah.
You're going to pick
Door 2.
2.
door 2. In behind door number 2 is...
It's only the volunteer of the year.
Oh, hello. Is this on camera?
oh, no, it's not.
No.
I've done my hair. That's good.
Your hair's...
My hair. Oh, yeah, no,
Your hair.
Yeah, slightly
Singular.
hairline,
Yeah.
Singular. I've got to sit quite close to this, haven't I?
Yeah, you got to sort of almost want to make out with it.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Hello.
So,
Everyone all right? Where's your moustache gone?
It'll be back soon, mate.
In November,
Yeah. So on the 6th of September, we had the Volunteers Recognition Evening, and the Braemar All-Stars sponsored the Gordon Lavati Volunteer of the Year Award. Gordon was a guy who kind of did everything at the club a long time ago. So Miles was the winner, but I also would like to give a bit of a quick shout-out to the other nominees, which were Ollie Fielding, Ian Sneed, the podfather, TC, Kieran Chabra, Emily Chabra, Derek O'Donnell, Richard Niche, and Bob Newman.
Okay.
So
Lovely.
they all got a bottle of champagne, but Miles got that and some lovely Silent Pool gin.
Well
Thank you very
done,
much.
Miles.
Thank you
Well
very
done.
much. Thank
Well
you.
done. Lovely.
Had you volunteered to stop talking?
No, can't
What
do
they
that.
gave it to you for?
Yeah, stop talking for more than a minute. It's a challenge.
Yeah. No opinion on anything.
Oh, I've got opinions on most things.
What's on the cards this coming Friday, the 13th?
Right, we've got a few things going on. We've got an inter-age group touch tournament between the minis groups and the coaching and parents. Yeah, sorry, touch on screen.
Yeah.
Coaches, parents, and anyone really who wants to come along on pitch 3 on next to the AGP. So we'll.
Is it associated with Harrison's Fund this year? Or not?
It's actually no, it's not. It's a good question. We're going to support Oasis, which is the local charity. They do a lot of work with vulnerable families in Elmbridge.
Oh, yeah. Caroline Madawa, I think.
Owen. I think Owen Ashton's wife is one of the trustees.
Right, okay.
So she is. That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to do raise some money for that. Hopefully raise sort of £500-600, and then touch tournament between. We've got under 8s, 9s, under 10s, which is Ali Newmarch, so he's got a lot of pitch to cover because he's basically on his own.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. 11s, 12s, 13s.
You've got a ringer for the 12.
Yeah,
don't you?
we've got Duncan. We've got Duncan 2.0,
Nice.
reformed character.
Yeah. Still same style of play.
Yeah, aggressive. And probably finish by 9 o'clock with a big boat race in the bar afterwards. So
brilliant.
yeah, we're going to have a big drink afterwards, and it should be really good fun.
Magic. What are you looking forward to most this season?
That's a really good question. The Farnham game away on the 29th of November. Because
the fun bus.
Yeah, the fun bus.
Partly funded by the Braemar All Stars.
Thank you, Pete.
That's
Very kindly. Yeah, looking forward to that one, I think. But we've got a really good season lined up of fixtures, and yeah, there's all sorts of stuff.
Oh, you've done fantastic to get them all Friday night live
Yeah,
games.
brilliant. Great work.
No, thank you, guys. It's Good Fridays at the new. What are the Fridays? New Thursdays or the new Saturdays?
Fridays or the new Fridays?
Fridays and new Fridays. Yeah, go with that.
Go with that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking really good actually. We've got loads of players, loads of interest, and hopefully we'll get loads that are interested in doing the twos as well and helping out. So yeah.
Brilliant, pal.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Just before you go,
Yeah.
give us your best memory of last season.
I've got one. I've got a perfect one. Tim Davey trying to catch the ball from a kickoff and using his head rather than his hands. The ball then rolling into the in-goal area, and their winger just sauntering up and
That was
tucking
the
it down
Guildford match.
against Guildford.
Yeah. That was the one where I got DOTD that match. Yeah, that was, yeah.
Tim screaming for it, my ball, and then head-butting it, basically.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was it, I think.
Cracking, pal. Well, listen, thanks for all
That ball,
thanks for all the
that
work,
ball
pal.
was out for sure. That ball was out. It crossed the line, but the linesman was not having it, or the assistant referee, whatever you call them now.
Blame Dave Marden.
Class. Big man,
Thank you.
have a cracker. Thanks for all you're doing to get us all in ship shape and all the volunteering. Congrats again on the gin. Notice you haven't offered to share any of it out.
No.
But
No, definitely not.
No, well,
let's go. Let's enjoy the weekend.
single child syndrome, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Quite right too. Thank you, gents. It's been lovely. Thanks,
All right, yeah.
Cheers.
Miles.
See you
Cheers,
later.
Miles.
Well done, pal.
Bye.
I just tried to press another button there, but it was the wrong one. All right.
Oh, looks like we may have another guest.
Oh,
Yeah, we're ready.
do you think?
Do you want to pick a door this time?
I can
Nick?
hear a noise.
Let's try door number 4.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Here we go. Looking sharp.
It's the notorious BLACKIE.
We haven't met. I'm Pete Christie.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Blackie.
Blackie.
How are you doing, matey?
Very good, very good. Fresh off the training paddock.
Yeah, you look it.
Yeah.
I believe congratulations is in order. You're captain of HMS 2.
Thank you kindly. Yep. Very, very glad to be steering that ship for the oncoming season.
Taking over from your roommate.
Indeed, yep. Mr. Fielding, who is actually just being called up to be One's captain for this coming match.
Oh, right.
I didn't know that.
Lip's not playing.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay.
So yeah, hot off the press.
Wow,
for you there.
that's news. Breaking news.
You get it here first. You get it here first.
Blackie, good win on Saturday.
Yeah, 34-14, I believe. A lot of new faces, bit of gelling needed, but yeah, very satisfying to get a first win under the belt.
They had some big old units on the pitch.
Oh yeah, they had one lad that I think used to play proper American football, and he undoubtedly played in one of the blocking lines.
Right, yeah. Not a wide receiver then. Well, he was wide, but not a wide receiver, if you know what I mean.
I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Right, amazing. So Blackie, talk us through what do you think this season is going to look and feel like for the twos?
For the twos, I think I think it's going to be a little bit of a rebuild. I think we're really blessed. We've got a really strong core. A really good spine of the team, which I think can kind of hold everything together. And then we've got some very exciting new players that are joining. That will obviously take a little bit of time to adapt. But I think once we've all started playing together week in, week out, I think we've got the foundations of a really, really strong unit that can, I genuinely think, push for our league. A lot of the teams in our league are ones that we've played and we've gotten good results against in the past. So yeah, I think we can really once we hit our stride, watch out opposition.
Nice. And is there one team this year that you've got to beat?
Just for my own personal reasons, KCS Old Boys have always been a grudge match. Both.
Why is that?
Before, well, partly from school, partly from knowing quite a lot of their players, and also we've just had a lot of good battles with them in the past. Where a mix. We've come out on top sometimes, they've come out on top sometimes. But yeah, when I kind of think of the close games I've had over the last 3-4 years as a Cobham senior, KCS are the ones that spring to mind.
Who's next? Who's the next opposition for you, Blackie?
I'm actually not sure. There's been
Captain material. Like, I'll pick whatever's in front of me. You just put them there and I smash them.
Yeah. Our own Big Cheese, Mr. Melton, is there's been a few fixture changes. That's not actually yet been firmed up. So it's not.
Good,
it's not.
good.
It's
That
not.
was a very diplomatic answer. Much better than the previous one. Tell me, living with Ollie, are you big spoon or little spoon?
Disgusting.
We like to keep things, mix it up from time to time.
Fair,
how each feeling.
fair,
I think after his call up to one's captain, he might be big spoon tonight.
And how long have you been at the club, Blackie? You've sort of done the rounds, right?
Yeah, so I joined when I were under 13s.
Okay.
So at primary school, rugby was very much not my game.
What was your game, Blackie?
None of them.
Right.
Hand-eye coordination was, I didn't even know what it meant.
Nice.
Before 13.
Unfortunately, it doesn't count for much in rugby.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're big and strong, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankfully then this lovely thing called puberty kicked in, and got a bit bigger, a bit stronger, a bit more hand-eye. So yeah, played youth from under 13s to under 18s, and then didn't play as much for the under 21s while during uni. Came back, played a little bit before lovely COVID kicked in, and then started during all of the get ready for rugby, etc. So yeah, been with the seniors now, I guess, since COVID finished.
Okay. All right. Class. Right, brilliant.
So,
yeah, we're good. Right, fantastic. And so, if any message to the hundreds of listeners there that fancy getting their boots on and probably haven't played in a while, they're probably a wee bit too young to come and play vets, what should they do?
Just get on down. As I've said, we are going to have a rip-roaring season in the twos. Doesn't matter whether the last time you played was 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago. Get down, put your boots on, and play.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, I mean, they accept anybody. Mick, you've played the twos a few times.
Yeah, I played 3 times last year.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I still can't walk.
I haven't cracked that nut yet. Yeah.
Love it. No, always ready. Right, class. There's a tap at the shoulder.
Ooh.
Blackie, thanks very much, pal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck for the season.
I cannot wait to see the twos in full flow on that pitch. I cannot wait. It'll be great.
Neither can I. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Cheers,
Cheers, pal. Well done. I see a wee naval reference running through most things. So Blackie said HMS 2s. But we found out yesterday that this club was bought from the Royal Navy.
Royal Navy Volunteer Reserve.
The Royal Navy Volunteer Reserve.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Have we got one more? I think we've got one more, or maybe a couple more.
There's a couple more
surprise guests.
Just rolling them through.
So Pete, you're back. You're going to choose whichever door you want to choose. It's up to you.
Door number 4.
I've just done door number 4. I think you need to choose a different one.
Why?
I think
Mick just did.
I did.
They could have come both out the same door.
Yeah. Or maybe they were.
Okay.
Well, maybe they were spooning behind the door. Hold on, let's find out. Right, let's step through.
Yes.
In he comes.
The big spoon.
The big spoon tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I'm only the big spoon because you've lost so much weight, Mark. That's the only reason. You're looking fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I can't prop very well, but...
You never could, so it's okay.
This too is true. No, but I believe congratulations is in order. You're stepping up to captain the ones this weekend.
Yes,
yeah, good work, Ollie.
Literally just had the news at the end of the session.
Oh, hold on. Pete's standing up.
I don't know if it's a senior moment or a...
Oh, that's nice.
So if you remember, I mentioned earlier that Ollie was one of the nominees from the Gordon Lavati Volunteer of the Year Award.
Yes.
And he wasn't here on the
Deservedly
night. And here's your bottle of champagne.
Ah, this is lovely. Well done. Well done, Ollie. Well done, mate.
You got to go on the balcony, shake it, and spray everybody.
Yeah, waste it.
Yeah, just like F1. You got to drink it out of your boot.
Yeah, okay.
So talk us through how this season for the ones is going to look slightly different to what last season looked like.
I think one word for it is just fresh. The dynamic of the entire team last year just got flipped on its head. For one reason or another, you have seasons like that. Old boys got injured, some of them had kids, moved on, etc., etc. And I think this season is all about really bringing on some new, fresh talent. And we are fortunate to have the mini section we do at the club to provide us with that. We've been quite fortunate with a couple of really talented looking recruits, a couple of them coming back to rugby after 6, 7, 8 years away and already making big steps. But yeah, I think first and foremost, it's about going back to basics. Playing quite a simple game for us for the kind of Cobham DNA that we know, because we've always been pretty wide and expansive. But yeah, kind of getting those foundations in for the rest of the season. We've dropped a league, upsetting to have done that. Definitely there's a bit of hurt in the squad and a feeling from some of the senior players that we need to come back from that. But yeah, definitely ambition this year and a big drive. Training's probably been the most intense I've seen it. Frankly, just really excited about it and absolutely honoured to be skippering on Saturday.
Fantastic.
Yeah, congrats.
Awesome. And any teams that we're playing against this year that are new to us?
Yeah, pretty much the entire league, other than Cornish, who we know pretty well,
Yeah.
who I believe we're playing on Saturday.
Pasties at the ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
Pasties at the ready. They are
I think
good.
they won.
They are really
I
good.
think they won Cornish.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, I mean, we've come across some of the teams in the past, but it's pretty fresh. Having been in that league for a number of years, last year we kind of knew a lot of the teams, but with that kind of comes no expectation of what we're going to get, and actually sometimes that can be good for a team, certainly in our position, because you go into every game just with right, we're gonna put our way of playing on them and not worry too much about what they're doing. Whereas last year, maybe at times we were guilty of knowing what was coming and trying to play to that too much.
Nice. Where are you going?
Tell me something. Is it that he's no longer the fastest player in the team that he's moved to 9?
Well, Rory Penfold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard there's I don't want to say it too loudly, I mean, all these listeners, but I've heard there's been a bit of a try drought as well from Mr. Penfold. Yeah.
Oh gosh. That's probably played a part in the quasi demotion.
Potentially.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Do we know, is Ryan back this Saturday coming?
Ryan, I'm not entirely sure.
He was on the touchline, I think, but just water boy, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he's had a bit of a shoulder niggle, I believe, all the way since the Boxing Day game.
Right, okay.
And he's done something in his shoulder that does need a bit of an op, so that's what's going
Or
on.
maybe not then, all right.
But yeah, we'll see.
What are you looking for this season? In yourself, pal, and in the team?
I think I've never been that sophisticated a player on the pitch. I think it's just about
off the pitch.
Of course. But I think it's just, for me, it's just about setting an example really to the boys. There's some seriously skillful, talented boys out there.
Yep.
I'm going to let them do the dancing and all the pretty stuff. I'll tuck it up the jumper, do the hard graft, and hopefully set the example and bring them with me. I think we'll go great this season.
Good man.
Brilliant. Well, good luck for the season, Ollie.
Yeah,
Hope
good
it
luck
goes
on
well.
Saturday.
Cheers, gents.
Go on, pal. Thanks very much.
Cheers,
Right,
matey.
Ollie Fielding, thanks, pal. Right, here we go. I think, have we got one more? Let me just look at the pod file. I got one more special guest.
We've not done door number 2, I think.
It could be door number 2. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Should we have a look who's behind door number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, take your champagne.
Let's get door number 2.
Door number 2. Right, here we go. In you step. And behind door number 2,
Oh, it's the big boss.
Billy.
the big man himself.
The DOR.
Hey, good evening, guys. How are we doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm super excited. I had a chance this evening to train at Colts,
Nice.
Was that them on the AGP just before your training? Then?
Yeah, so it's a regular session for them, and their normal coaches are Matt Lunn and Simeon Barnes, and both of them not available. They teamed me up last week to step in.
All right.
Fantastic turnout, over 20.
Yeah, that was a really good turnout.
Yeah. First question, who's 17? I'm taking numbers.
Exactly. Are they a big team, Billy? Are they sharp? Are they?
Yeah, I was really impressed, and it's one of the great privileges of being a teacher and saying hello to a couple of kids I haven't seen since they were 12.
Awesome.
Marvellous.
It's awesome. And some sons of, little Joyce is in there, and he's a super young.
Not Lewis, the littler one.
Oh, Lewis is great as well, but this is the little one.
Yeah.
Little
Noah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he had a tremendous hour.
He's rapid for his frame.
Yeah, and he's played a lot of front row, but I think he's well capable of playing all sorts of places. I was impressed with him.
So, Billy, here we go. New season.
Yep.
Somewhat new team, give or take. Talk us through it.
It feels like we are at the start of a new cycle. We are shy. Last 18 months, I think we're shy of over 2,000 first team caps with players that have moved on and got to the end of their 10-year tenure. Unbelievable servants for Cobham over the last little while. And although we still have some kind of high cap players, the 50s, we've got a couple of hundreds in there, so guys that have been around a long while. There's a lot of new and there's a lot of young players, and actually the young players are fitted in not in one position but all across the park. So when we went out on Saturday, we had new players in each of the main kind of units of the team, so it feels new. And very exciting, I've got to say. It was a magic day on Saturday.
Class.
Billy, London Cornish on Saturday away. Bit of a family connection there. Do you want to tell us about that?
I'm smiling because we train once a week. We're a new team. We ran 3 teenagers at the weekend, so it's a fantastic new space. But if I'd have sat here 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I'd have made a prediction that we might be slightly underpowered going into the season in terms of prep and in terms of relationships within the team. And would I want that with the first game being a home game? Not really. Would I want that with the second game being London Cornish and my dad having been there for 50 years or something? No, I wouldn't. So there's an additional. There's always bite with a rugby competition, but there's an additional edge when it comes to London Cornish because the family connection, because there's a lot of respect between the two clubs. I think the way they go about their business is fantastic. So there's a lot of kind of admiration for them, but it's one I'd really like to win.
Just right away. Okay. Well, actually, they're having a little lunch before the game, and I think half your family are going to that.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 tables and 1 table's Davison's. So.
Will your dad be there?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
My dad lives in Hereford, but the London Cornish Cobham game he always gets on the or comes through. So there'll be me coaching and Tom playing and my dad watching and my daughter at lunch with the boyfriend, and it's a big family affair. My dad was captain there for a long time, and he was president and chairman and bits and pieces. I mean, he was lifelong London.
I'm looking forward to it. And Dick and Moon, I mean, he's quite an interesting character, been their coach for 25, 26 years, longest serving coach in the country.
Longest serving by a mile probably. Very, very knowledgeable, very passionate, very outspoken. I mean,
for sure.
Seen any of his social media, he doesn't. It's to his credit because he does it very eloquently and very smart. He knows his rugby, and he's been doing it a long time. So he comes from a very strong foundation.
In fact, he was a guest of the pod last year.
Yeah.
But he's been very critical of the league and the way clubs like ours and like theirs, like Cornish, have been messed about by the leagues, up, down, sideways, and teams paying players at a level where they shouldn't really be paying players.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that brings us it brings us slightly closer because we're a very different club to London Cornish, but at the senior level there's some similarities, some shared experience.
7 debuts on the weekend in the ones and twos.
Yes, and we had 2 debuts in the ones, and yes, as you said, many more in the twos. I think we went. I shouldn't be going. I'm not a stats person, but I'll give you a picture from last year. We played 64 players in the first team, which is 20 more. Yeah, that's 20 more than you would want to, and we had 22 debuts.
Wow, okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
To put that into some context, I was talking to Dick Blackman, right? Dick was part of the unbeaten team, 63, 64. And I said to him, how many players during the season did you use, Dick? He said, 20, maybe 25.
Yeah, that's unheard of these days. Amazing and a real luxury. And I'll stand by this. If we go through this season using 40 or 45, then we will have a successful season because then you're talking about a high percentage of the squad playing 12, 15, 18 games, and then you build the relationships that you need to be competitive even at this level. There's going to be some strong teams, as we saw at the weekend.
Yeah.
Nice. Can we just move on from rugby quickly and talk a wee bit about charity?
Yeah, of course.
Just tell me the 3 peaks happening.
Yeah.
Go on, give us a bit.
Yeah, we had a call. Dr. David, he picked me up because I didn't call him doctor on the call. But Dr. David Silver is one of our
Stumps.
Stumps. Myself and Stumps are ambassadors for an amazing charity called Reengage, and we are supporting them. We support them in lots of ways, but we're going to take on this 3 Peaks challenge next month. There's lots of Cobham people joining the trip. I can't tell you how proud I am to be involved in the charity. My wife's heavily involved in it, but for a trip like this to be supported by parents from Shrewsbury House, my school, but also from colleagues and former teammates from Cobham, it makes it really, really special.
Is there any way people can get involved or support your efforts?
Yeah, now I should be saying something social media type stuff. I will post something somewhere appropriate. The easiest space is to pick up one of the people that are coming, because we have give and gain sites all the way through, and they're all connected.
I think Dave Silver's on Instagram doing a little speach about
yes,
and Tommy Schofield's been on Instagram.
Tommy Cobham.
Yeah, Tommy although there's lots of Cobham people coming, Tommy Cobham was the first to get onto the vets group and onto the senior players group and onto the coaching group with his give and gain. So every penny counts. The charity does amazing work, and one of the things that I'm excited about, because I've done this trip now lots, I've been very lucky, is one of the young people that the charity helped after, it's a classic but very sad story of a fine young person that got groomed and made some bad decisions, got into the wrong people, cut a very long story short, ended up doing what he shouldn't have been doing, into prison. But the charity helped him post-prison, and now he's gone full circle, and he plays a major role as one of the youth leads within the charity. And through another Cobham member, Carl Lemmer, and a connection that he has with a friend of his watch company that sponsored a watch at a particular dinner. They raised money specifically to take Chauncey, who's a former Cobham boy that went through this horrible but very known story of finding himself in the wrong place and coming out the other side, now going full circle, and he's being sponsored through this amazing club that we're involved in, for him to come with us as well. So
Brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
fantastic.
That's what it's all about. That is
Yeah.
class.
Oh, the hairs are standing up.
Oh, mate, brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you're listening to this, have a wee, get on our I think there's some stuff on our website. Have a look in the Cobham Rugby Instagram page, find the link, and just chuck a few quid in
Yeah,
on the
chuck-
train
yeah.
away into London.
Follow the links and maybe think about coming next year or in a couple of years' time when we do it again. Yeah.
Does it make it easier climbing a mountain when you're 6'4"?
The up steps tend to be easier. The down steps can be quite tough. Yeah.
It is. Just the air's a bit thin.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a very brilliant thing to be doing, and it makes me proud to be part of the club and seeing all the good stuff that we're involved with.
Yeah, and there's so many reasons to be proud. You know, the picture someone posted under 14s, under 15s, and 60 in the group, and I've just been out with 16 and 17-year-olds, 25 there on a midweek session, with 35 in the seniors, welcoming teenagers into the senior teams, and it's a good space.
Well,
It is a good
brilliant.
space. It's always good. A good marker when you it's actually quite difficult to get parked.
Yeah,
On a
yeah.
Wednesday, right? It's very good.
I've parked down the far end
Yeah.
of pitch 1 every Wednesday for the
Yeah,
last month.
it's
So
great.
yes, it's, you can tell the season's really getting into full flow. Speaking
I
of,
was going to say, it was just that this idea. I know other clubs do it, but this idea of putting the girls and the women and the vets and the touch and the youth and the seniors all on the same evening. I mean, I've just been lucky enough just to come upstairs from the bar, and it is packed.
yeah,
And it's,
Awesome.
it's such an incredible. Lucy does an incredible job with the food. Everyone's staying for a Coke or a pint, and it's I love it here.
brilliant.
Billy,
Uh,
thanks for
Well,
go on,
one
you-
thing.
last one. Go for
What are you doing on the 19th of November?
it.
Tell him nothing, Bill.
Is this
Tell him nothing.
29th?
29th?
29th.
29th of November.
Yeah.
That is our Vets away game at Farnham. We've got a fun bus. So if you
I've
want to
heard-
come
I've
and
heard about this.
cameo for 20 minutes?
And we've got
Julian,
We've got for Julian, the friendly face that runs the pub.
yeah, so we get.
Okay, has this been recorded? I'm going to say yes.
Oh, fantastic! That's a great get.
Recorded from henceforth, never to be deleted.
It's
Brilliant.
a great evening out, and
Yeah.
and they're a good bunch of lads as well.
Class.
Yeah.
Billy,
Billy,
we'll
thanks
leave
very
you
much.
get back downstairs.
Good luck
Yeah.
for the season, Billy.
Thanks very much.
Thank you
wish
very
guys
much for
all the
having me.
best.
I appreciate
Good
it.
man.
Cheers, Billy.
Thanks, Billy. All right.
We've got a few
Oh,
club things just to run
We've got some club news. We've got all sorts. I mean, we had it's the first week back, right? So, yeah. Go on,
So,
Pete.
okay, so many of you may already know, but this is the 75th season that Old Surbitonans and now Cobham Rugby Club have played at the Memorial Ground in Fairmile Lane. And a big shout out to Dick Blackman. If I'm guessing he's not a podcast guy, but you should know his name. He's written an article. It's on the website. Have a read. It's all about how the club first started. So interesting stuff. There's also a copy of the memorial board, a programme from the official opening on the 17th of December 1949, and Roger King, who's still with us, played as a schoolboy in the school first 15 against a Cobham, an Old Surbitonans second 15. So still with us and going strong.
Does he prop?
Well, funnily enough, if you look at the programme, the numbering is back to front.
All right, okay.
15, 14 and 13 is your front row.
Oh, there we go.
Believe it or not. I mean,
You've got it. You've got it.
and I don't know when the numbering system changed, but if you have a look at that, the numbers, so you've got 1 is actually the fullback.
Ah, okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
So we're having a version of that framed, ready to go up on the wall. Should be with us in the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant.
Nice.
So we did talk about this earlier, but again, just to mention the Gordon Lavati Volunteer of the Year Awards. Podfather Sneed has a bottle of champagne sitting up on the top there. his prize for keeping quiet.
It's not even going to touch the sides now.
But yeah, we had him on earlier, Miles Hill winning. He's quite a big character in the club, and lots of people get on with him. Some don't, but he's Marmite. and 8 other nominees. So there's a great group of volunteers, but always space for more. So if you want to get involved with the club, just have a chat to anybody that's associated with the club, and we can point you in the right direction. Yeah.
Exactly that. And actually, I didn't know this. So on the 20, the Marmitey comment. Yeah, I think that's just him. The 22nd of November. There is
September.
I beg your pardon.
I've told you a million times.
We've got our dates wrong.
22nd. Struggling a bit. First day back, bit rusty, guys. Bit rusty. 22nd September. Lunny is organising a pretty mega girls tournament here. So 1,000 girls are coming from Surrey, Sussex, Kent, Hampshire. Why do they shorten it to Hants?
Because the C is silent.
And Essex, and so Braemar Club.
Yeah,
bought the balls for that.
We're paying for the balls.
Nice, well played. Is that why on the 22nd? I think pretty much everyone is at different away games because the club is going to be absolutely rammed.
Yeah.
So maybe a call out if you've got like I have a wee 4-year-old, 5-year-old, all the way up to whatever 17-year-old girl who never seen rugby wants to play. Bring them all along. Alrighty. And then the day before that, so the Saturday 21st, is the Vice President's lunch, which I've never been before.
Okay.
What is it? What's just sit down, get
It's
pissed?
just, exactly that. It's actually not very different from all the other lunches. But you get quite a few VPs turn up for that one.
Nice.
As you do with all of them, to be honest.
Nice.
Okay. And now, this is quite a big one, the Charity Day lunch, being organised by Sally Tutt, who's actually Ian Thomas's wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Get the message. It's October the 12th. It's in aid of Breast Cancer Now, a great charity, does some great works. And for tickets, please contact Sally at Sally Tutt, that's TUTT, at gmail.com. So it starts at 11. Ladies, you get a drink when you arrive for nothing, 3-course lunch, pop-up shops, auction and raffle, and it's £35 a person. And Matt Lunn has organised a girls' game, under 14s, to be a bit of a curtain raiser for the first 15 games. So come on, ladies, get yourself sorted out. We need representation from everywhere, minis, youth, all the way through the club. So get yourself on there and get a table, and you'll have a fantastic day.
Brilliant. For 35 quid a person, that gets you all that. I mean,
happy days.
We're full of Scottish people. That's a cracking deal. Brilliant. Duncan, go on.
Yes, youth and minis.
Yeah.
It was the first Sunday of training for the minis after a fair few months away, all the massive amount of heat we've had this summer. And there was a real buzz around the club. Cars everywhere, bacon rolls and coffee, a standard Sunday morning. A big shout out to all those starting in under 5s, which is the lowest age group that we have here. Especially Emmy McAllister making her 30-second cameo.
No, I think Deaf Alex wrote those notes because I told him that we would try my wee 4-year-old on the pitch for an hour. So 30 seconds. Well done, Emmy.
Brilliant. Everyone loves new kit, and it was great to see lots of clean new rugby balls being thrown around before they are lost at the first festival.
Great. A cracking Sunday of rugby. I think I was here till about 2ish. It was just wonderful. I think the Denny's ran out of chips. It was that busy, right? Rule number 1, don't run out of chips. But they did. And we'd love to get some sound bites from anyone who was there, especially from the coaches. We've actually got a sound bite to play later on from the captain and the men of the match from the Vets game as well. So if you want to get your kids on the pod, or the coaches want to get a message over to the parents who listen to this, take a voice note on your iPhone or whatever phone and send it to the CobPod.
Other phones available
at gmail.com. All right, so 60 players the under 13 boys had, by the way.
That's amazing.
That's really good.
That is amazing.
And looking forward to next weekend, where the youth fixtures actually kick off. So if you're keen to see some Cobham teams play near you, these are the games to look out for. So under 12 girls are away at Reeds/Vandals/London Irish, playing at Vandals. This is getting complicated. Under 13 boys away at Whitgift. Now,
Whitgiftians, yeah.
Is that an actual, another fake name?
No, another fake name.
Right, good. Under 14 girls away at Reeds. Under 16 girls away at Bracknell, and the under 18 boys are at home versus London Welsh.
Well, London Welsh still around. Brilliant.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was at a London Welsh gig where Mike Phillips and Andy Powell came and spoke, organised by Welsh Mark, who comes and plays touch at the club, is my neighbour, and it was, tell you what, London Welsh as a club is beautiful. It's a cricket club and a rugby club near Kew.
Yeah.
Unstoppable. Beautiful.
You can see the pagoda, can't you?
You can. It's beautiful.
In Kew Gardens.
Yeah, I used to live in Kew Gardens. I lived down the road from Gavin Henson when he was still playing.
There we go. There we go. I'll just pick up that mention off the floor. There you go.
So we've got loads of fixtures next weekend. We've got the first away at London Cornish at the Richard Evans Memorial Ground, Robin Hood roundabout on the A3.
Yeah.
I think it's a 2:30 kickoff because they have to kick off at 2:30, whatever. It says the Girls' Festival, but that's actually the following weekend.
Yeah.
So send us your match reports, 30-second clips. If you want to know who the seconds are playing, don't ask Blackie. Find someone who knows what's going on.
Melts, apparently.
Class. Keep an eye on all the social media pages for all the updates, particularly the new Cobham Rugby WhatsApp channel. Can we put a wee link to the WhatsApp channel probably in the podcast description? We'll try and give that a bash, and and tune in next time, probably the next couple of weeks, and hear how the team's got on. So here we are. We're at 45 minutes, chaps, and to my right is a gentleman wearing a green and
green and gold
rugby jersey with a face like a Cheshire cat. Talk us through what's it called? The championship, South Africa,
the rugby championship.
The rugby. Talk us through. How's it going?
Yeah, it's been an interesting one. The format is a bit weird this year because I think it's going to be doing that going forward because South Africa played twice in Australia as their away games, and then twice at home against New Zealand, and then they're doing one home and away against Argentina, and so each year they're going to, you kind of luck out.
Yeah.
So similar to the Six Nations, where you get your home matches against the teams in blue, or away against the teams in blue each year. You kind of know which team should do well each year. So South Africa went to Australia, thumped them, and then made, I think it was 14 changes to their squad for the second game, and won that one. And at the same time, Argentina beat New Zealand in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And then lost in Auckland, which is pretty normal. I mean, they've won there for the last 30 years. But these last 2 weeks, New Zealand went to SA, lost at Ellis Park, and then lost again in Cape Town.
Two great games actually. I watched them both.
Yeah,
tremendous games of rugby, I thought.
And Argentina beat Australia.
Well, didn't just beat them, did they?
Thumped them, absolutely thumped them. It was close at half time.
Yeah.
And then the second half, they blew the doors off.
67-27.
I was going to say
it's the biggest loss Australia have ever had.
Ever?
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Well,
yeah. And with the new coach and
Joe
they
Schmidt.
just don't seem up for it, and Australian rugby doesn't seem. I fear for the Lions tour. I don't think it's going to have quite the same.
That's fair.
As previous tours.
I think Australia was always a bit like that, if I'm honest. I mean,
easy.
Well, relatively speaking.
Well, because the other two are New Zealand and South Africa.
Two in the world. Come on.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting to see. Maybe Joe Schmidt is working on gearing up to that, but it just doesn't look good at the
difficult
moment.
to see what you can do if you haven't got the raw material. You haven't got the raw material. You can't.
I mean that Argentinian back row are incredible, and then they bring on a new guy, Oviedo, who looks just as good as the others, and so I'm actually looking forward to this weekend. South Africa go to Argentina. If Argentina didn't get a bonus point win, South Africa would have already won the rugby championship, but they're close enough that they could still win it.
Theoretically,
Could. Argentina can still win it. So the trophy's still up for grabs. But I mean, I just like the look of New Zealand with one win out of 4. that
Yikes.
fills me with happiness. But SA, they're going to Argentina. They've rested 7 of the big names. So Peter Steph du Toit, Vili Leroux, Damien de Allende aren't going, Bongi and Banambi, and Frans Malherbe. So they've left quite a few players back. And still have a fairly decent squad to go and take on the Argentinians. So I'm looking forward to that this weekend. And I think New Zealand are away in Australia.
Yeah. November's crammed full of international rugby.
Well, there's the November international. It's going to be
it's extraordinary. The 2nd, 9th, 10th, 16th, 17th, 23rd, and I couldn't find the Ireland fixtures. I know they're playing New Zealand.
Well, at least there's an England-New Zealand game. I mean, that's
and about time too.
Yeah, it takes years for those to happen. It's odd that you guys don't play each other frequently.
Yeah.
But and then
it's good to be back, isn't it?
We've got the Prem starting next weekend. This weekend.
Scotland have got South Africa as well.
We do.
Oh yeah. And Australia.
We'll see. We'll see.
So we're looking forward to the Prem. I think what we're going to do, Mick, is set up a super brew, which is like a pick. So you choose the winning team and by what margin they should have each game in each round of the Prem. And we'd love for you guys to see if you could beat us.
Great
I'll
idea.
be doing a ton of research and trying to make sure that I'm getting the predictions right from outside.
Is the spreadsheet under development already?
No, the spreadsheet is a few years old now and has sort of built in.
You've developed your own statistical modelling, haven't you, for the results?
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Should have got out more.
It calms me. Otherwise, I'd really be over the top. But no. So we'll do something like that, and I think it'll be quite a fun thing for the whole club to do, and everyone can get involved from any age.
Brilliant. Well, guys, it's great to be back. Another rugby season after a nice quiet summer. Great to be back in everyone's ears. If you've got any questions, comments in particular, we'd love to get some voice notes from the kids on the side of the pitch, after a game or after training on a Thursday night or a Sunday training or game. Take them on your phone and send them to us at CobPod@gmail.com.
Shall we leave them with this little interview that you and I did on the Vets game on Friday night?
I will remove some words from it and then plonk it on.
Was that your bad language or his?
Good question. Don't know the answer.
It was mixed. It was mixed bad language.
It was a great game against the Surrey.
Yeah, there was a warm-up game, but the voice note explains everything. So
it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Thanks, Pete.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Duncan. Duncan.
Goodbye.
And thank you, Podfather Sneed. See you in a mo.